thank you for taking the time to, one, do some collaboration stuff with us.
For sure.
We're excited to be working with you, excited to be having our Mill 95 hops inside your beers. And
Yep.
let's talk about you a little bit.
All right. I started commercially brewing in '05 and worked for 3 other breweries before getting Comrade off the ground.
Gotcha. Homebrew before that, or?
I think everybody does, yeah. So
Yeah.
I think I homebrewed '03 and '04, and then there just ended up being too much free beer that there was no time to homebrew anymore.
Yeah. Well, Comrade's had a lot of success.
For sure.
Particularly on the IPA front.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that and your focus, your specialty, your awards.
Sure. Yeah. We like to drink beers that we like. We make beers that we like to drink, and whatever we can't finish, that we sell. And so we brew a 15-barrel system, so there's a lot of beer left over that we can't finish drinking. Yeah, we got lucky. First 2 years, 2014, 2015, we won back-to-back silver for our fresh hop version of our Superpower IPA. We use wet hops that are grown on the western slope of Colorado, and they're just driven across the state, and we put them into the beer about 20 hours after, or about 12 hours after they're harvested. 2018, we won bronze for our Irish Style Red Ale. 2019, we won gold for American Style Strong Pale, so that's the Superpower. And then we also won 2019 gold for American Style IPA, and that's called More Dodge, Less Ram, and it's kind of like a more bitter, higher gravity version of Superpower, and that's the name. It was to commemorate after a truck drove into the brewery in October of 2016.
Right out here, huh?
Yep. And then those 2 medals then got us Small Brewing Company and Brewer of the Year.
Yeah. Congratulations on all that.
Yeah. And then
That's
2020, really weird year, all virtual GABF, but then continued back it up. So we won we got a silver for Superpower and American Strong Pale Ale again. So, pretty much makes it the best American style IPA in the state of Colorado.
Wow. Very cool. Well, congrats on all of that.
Yeah, thank you.
You've been kind enough to work with us on, I think, about 4 beers now.
Yep.
The first one is one that's kind of got a hop new to the world. It's got Pacific Sunrise.
Yep.
Which is a New Zealand hop. High alpha acids, around 13%, but also has got a lot of fruit notes and citrus type flavors to it. We'll sample the beer here, but tell us what your thoughts were as you started working with Pacific Sunrise, and we'll talk about the recipe. That's the beer we got sitting here, but we'll talk about the recipe a little bit. But tell us about your thoughts on the hops as you started working with Pacific Sunrise.
We're always looking for something that's drinkable, so something with a clean, smooth bitterness. I think that hits the notes, and we're looking for more interesting flavors, tropical. I think everyone's kind of on the hunt for the next Citra or Strata or Mosaic, and it has like the traditional sort of New Zealand, so it's like tropical, fruity. I get mango notes in the beer. As far as the beer styles go, we wanted to just do a single hop. We just really wanted to see what this would do, and we use root shoot malting. So they grow barley up in Loveland, Colorado,
right? And
they malt it on their Kasper Schultz malt house. So this is just 100% root shoot Genie Pale malt, and we got some addition at Whirlpool. At First Wort, and then we got a big addition at Whirlpool, and then it's dry hopped again afterwards.
Gotcha.
Fermented out with, your Cali Ale. We ferment a little bit colder, about 66.
Okay.
And then dry hopped about almost a pound per barrel.
So Cali Ale yeast, kind of more like California common type yeast, or?
Like your like White Labs 001 or 1050 or Y Yeast 1056.
Use that because it really is low on flavor from the yeast standpoint, or?
And it makes it dry, and it's it's really well suited for higher alpha beers, which is what we mostly make here.
Yeah, so you use that on quite a bit of your.
I would say almost all. Yeah, it's our house strain. We pretty much use that for all of our production.
Gotcha. So back to the, you went through them pretty quick, so I'm going to go back to the hop additions.
Yep.
You did, the hot side was just at First Wort?
And then Whirlpool.
Okay, Great. And then on the cold side, dry hopped.
Yep. So we dry hop it usually about Play-Doh before it hits terminal.
Okay.
And so it, has still like a little bit of time to kind of recirculate. We'll dump them in through the top, and then we'll cap it from there, and then try to capture as much of that aroma as we can.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
Good beer.
Yeah.
Tell us what you're tasting. I'll tell you in mine, but you go first.
I definitely get a big orange, lemony orange, and then that tropical mango that you see is typical of New Zealand hop.
Yeah, and it's funny, out of all the beers we're trying today, this one's got kind of a unique bitterness, I think, to it.
It's very smooth.
Yeah, smooth, and the bitterness is higher than the others, I think, but not offensively higher.
Yeah.
Smooth, like you said, but you get real good bitterness and mouthfeel to it. Yeah, this one I get a lot of tangerine citrus out of it. So interesting new flavor. Not overwhelming though, right?
No. Yeah, I mean we could probably use that at higher doses. I think we're only about 1.5 pounds per barrel.
Probably on the cold side.
Altogether.
Yeah.
So altogether, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's about close to 1 on the cold side, and just under 1 for just under 0.5 pound, or around 0.5 pound for the hot side.
Yeah. Cool. So the next one we're going to try, the next beer we produced, tell us a little bit about the 074. Pretty much the same recipe, malt bill wise, that kind of stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Same thing, just a different hop.
Just a different hop. It's like they call them the smash beer, single malt and single hop. These are the first times that we have used them. I think customers are also interested in trying out new varieties, and just to not have anything else kind of get in the way of it kind of really lets us taste and really see what this hop can do. And from here, then we would typically maybe see what other flavor profiles that we think that's lacking, and then we'll find a different hop to blend it in for our R&D IPA.
Yeah. So as you worked with 074, tell me your thoughts. Like out of the bag, how did it smell? How did it through the brewing process? Any unique characters you were getting out of it?
We like we always look at the quality of the pellets, so they're not like really compacted, and they're still very green. You don't see them, like sometimes they look like extruded, like wood pellets, like
right.
that you'd see.
Hard outside, waxy.
Yeah, exactly.
Burnt.
So that might be more indicative of like high temperature processing. So we didn't see that, and in the end, it's really just all about how the beer turns out.
Yeah. How did the pellets work on these, by the way? Good density for brewing, all that kind of stuff? Good looking pellets?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Perfect.
We'd be happy to use them again.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
get some more probably real soon.
Cool. Well, we'll give this one a try. This one is one that, again, we're trying to figure it out, right?
Sure.
It's a new experimental. We've gotten different flavors off of it. We're working with everybody to just kind of get a sense, and certainly in the process, where can we get different flavors out of this? But tell us about the hop process with this. Similar to what we did on the Pac Sun, exactly the same?
Exactly the same. Yeah. So we'll the quantity will be a little bit lower because we'll adjust it based on alpha, but we'll do a first wort. Kind of the running joke here is that we'll always put first wort hops in. In fact, like if there aren't any in first wort, it feels like that we're not even brewing. Mm-hmm. So even for styles that we don't even need it, we'll just like throw in a handful just so we can like just make sure like there's hops in here, right? Okay.
Just got to be there, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And then we do 90-minute boil up here in the Mile High city of Denver. We're getting about 203, 204, depending on the pressure of the day. And we just did a big Whirlpool edition as well.
Yep.
And then another 11-pound dry hop for the beer.
Yeah, so at 202 in the first wort and Whirlpool, you're probably still at that temp.
Yep.
Do you worry about isomerization at all, or you feel good about kind of extraction of aromas then? And
Oh yeah, we're definitely getting the aroma. It's definitely we're experiencing isomerization, and even in the even after Whirlpool, but it's still so hot. So as we spin it around, we'll turn on the Whirlpool, so it's like it gets forced through a pump and kind of maybe gets mixing a little bit more before we rest, and then we'll knock it out.
Yeah. Now we've not that we know what this, and we've had people claim that it's a good possible replacement for a Citra, that kind of stuff with 074. But interested as you taste it, tell us your thoughts and where it fits and things.
Yeah, I'm getting like lemony, like a green pear. Not sure if it's on par. We haven't made a single hop Citra here in many years, so maybe that's something that we should kind of revisit because we haven't done that. But I think it's definitely has like a little bit of tropical notes, and also just it has a nice smooth bitterness as well.
Yeah. No, I get the same thing. Definitely slight lemon. When we pelletized this, we got big lemon in our hammer mill, right?
Yeah.
So every employee who came in the hammer mill is like, all we can smell is lemon.
Sure.
Kind of like lemonade.
Yeah.
So we're really trying to figure out how to extract that. It's there.
Yeah.
It's how do you get to it? I get it here, but I do get the kind of green pear and flavors. But again, a nice balanced bitterness. How do you feel about the bitterness on this one?
I think it's even a little bit more subdued than the Pac Sun, and the dry hopping also kind of affects the test results that we get. So really heavy dry hop, we'll definitely see a higher pickup in it. So
yeah, the alpha acids are a little bit lower on 074, if I remember right. It's somewhere in the 10 to 11 range.
I'd have to look at the box. I don't remember off the top of my head right
so
now.
it's going to have a little bit lower bitterness impact to us, but overall just nice.
We definitely wanted a balanced beer. So we want to be able to taste the hops, we want to taste the malt, and we definitely has to be some bitterness, kind of balance out that sweetness, and we just want to make sure that it's just like a just easy drinking beer all day long. So
nice.
I think we mission accomplished.
Yeah, perfect. Great beers. Thanks for doing these. And as you sample them now as a single hop, give you any ideas on how you'd accentuate them, or as with supporting hops, or these supporting other hops?
We haven't really thought too much about it. Just getting gearing up for Great American Beer Festival, so kind of busy in the brew house, and so we take notes, and then we'll revisit it once we get.
Yeah, we'd love to connect back with you, kind of get your feelings and thoughts on that, and, and where it plays, and how we get the best out of both of these guys.
For sure.
So we got another brew that we put in the. It's in fermentation now.
Yep. And
potentially it could be a GABF guy. I don't know if you want to talk about it. If it's top secret or if.
No, yeah. It's it's the next one in our Honeyman series. So we put together Strata and Azaka. So it's not a combo that we've used before here. We actually haven't. I don't think we've ever made a beer with Strata here yet. Just they're kind of hard to get a hold of, and just kind of busy with just regular tap room demands and wholesale demands.
Yep, so it's 100% Mill 95.
Absolutely,
hops in there. So it's Azaka and Strata. What kind of portions do you have on that? 50-50 or?
I'll have to look at the recipe, but it's probably about that. So 50-50 in terms of the way the
50 Strata, 50.
the BUs are calculated. So about 50-50. It's first wort. I got a little flavor addition at 20, and then Whirlpool as well.
Okay.
We haven't. I don't think we've dry hopped it yet, but that's for.
But back at one Plato above termination.
Yep.
About where you're going to do it.
Yep. That's the plan.
So, what do you think the pounds are going to be in dry hop?
It'll probably be, probably right at about a barrel. We'll tax determine about like 13 and a half barrels. So we'll see. Depends on how much Marks wants to put in there, but it could be more. But we may just do 5.5.
In the style of beer that one's going to be, we were talking about earlier. It's kind of in a new category.
Yeah, I think it was called like New Zealand style IPA or something. I don't know. There's like 100-something categories, and we're like rushing to figure out what we were gonna put in. So
yeah, we're getting close to submission time, right?
Yeah. Today's so we got 29 days before the beers are due. So
so
it's crunch time to just brew.
Well, we're hoping this one at least gets selected on your guys' part to be in GABF. We'll be watching it all the way through if it does. So love to be part of that with you guys.
And we'll let you know if we used your hops for whichever ones win,
Yeah.
if we win any this year.
Yeah. Well, we hope you do.
Yeah.
Big cheers, by the way. Thanks for working with us on this one.